May mga naitala po tayong mga incidents noong Holy Week. But so far po in general, kamusta po yung overall assessment natin nitong Semana Santa?
Okay. Overall, the observance of our Holy Week, Semana Santa, ay generally peaceful, except for some minor incident na nagawa naman natin imbestigahan, etc. But basically, the peace and order, lalong-lalo na dito sa Metro Manila, napakatahimik. Unlike as the record shows, bumaba talaga ang the occurrence of the focus crime. And this is attributed not only to the police, but also to the different law enforcement agencies, lalong-lalo na ang ating stakeholders, the local government units. They have all the resources. Kung police lang, of course, kulang na kulang at ang mga resources natin dito. But yung LGUs, lalong-lalo na dito sa Manila, dito sa Quezon City, mantakin mo yung mga patrol vehicles, yung mga sasakyan, including the resources, nag-augment sila, no? Including the human resource. Ito yung mga force multiplier na kanilang binibigay, including yung paggamit or pag-enforce ng mga ordinances. So, it's all about the partnership of the law enforcement units as well as the community. We are doomed to fail pagka wala sila. So, ngayon, the cooperation, coordination, as well as isa silang gumagawa to achieve peace and order as well as public safety nandito.
Last na lang po, Chief, isegue ko na po. During Good Friday, may insidente po tayo sa Palawan involving our police officers. Naging malinaw na po ba bakit po umabot sa barilan itong nangyaring insidente?
Okay. Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. Good coordination. Merong wake and then therefore, dapat yung barangay captain and or the chief of police ay nagko-coordinate na yan. Lalong-lalo na if there is a wake, mayroong maglalatag ng mga yung mga lamesa at kainan dun sa kalsada, nagko-coordinate yan sa police. Meron bang coordination? Sa tingin ko wala. Kasi nga, na-occupy na yung kalsada. It should have been prevented because of an altercation occurred during that fateful night involving police officers na nakasibilyan and apparently who are under the influence of alcohol. And so, doon na nagsimula. And they went to the police station, nabugbog sila, they went to the police station to ask for additional responders from the police station. And may nag-respond nga actually, 6 sila. And during nung response na yon, meron ng barilan. And so, we are thoroughly investigating this. The question is, why is it that they are in civilian attire during Holy Week, during full alert status? And bakit nakainom? I already given my staff to fully investigate. That will eventually answer those things, filing administrative and criminal charges to especially our police officers. They are responsible and accountable for their units' failures and success. At huwag kayong maglala. The NBI, the National Bureau of Investigation, the regional director were directed to be there at nag-uusap sila para walang cover-up, no whitewash in that incident.
Salamat.
Thank you, sir. Next is Ms. Catherine Austria, Brigada News FM.
Chief, follow up po dun sa Puerto Princesa incident. Ano po, nasa na po yung, sabi niyo po kanina, may 4 na police na gusto nyong i-jail at i-lock up. Ano na po ang...
Nakakulong na sila, nakakulong. And they were disarmed and continuing pa rin yung investigation. They are restricted but they are already locked up, nakakulong. For the filing of appropriate charges. Okay? Of course, meron namatay. Anong mapapile doon? It may be homicide or murder.
Yung COP po, naka-relieve na rin po ng Puerto Princesa.
They
sir.
were relieved. The Chief of Police of Police Station 2 of Irawan, Irawan Place in Puerto Princesa, as well as the provincial directors. Provincial director. Imagine, 100 police yun nandun. Napakaliit lang na police station, 100. Then therefore, hindi na nila na-inspect during full alert status, naka-civilian. Worse, lasing. Walang pinagkaiba yan. Walang pinagkaiba yan doon sa nangyari January 1. A chief of police died together with three. Ang bumarel, kapwa sila mga pulis at may nadamay pa na civilian. At ito ay nangyari because they are under the influence of liquor or intoxicated. Nag-inom sa bar. Kaya makikita nyo, hindi lang natin napapalabas. I've been hard-hitting in this. Napapailan natin administrative case sa mga pulis natin who are drinking on public places. Whether they are on off-duty, they should not be. Especially inside the offices. Including those personnel natin, whether in uniform or not in uniform, na involved in gambling activities, lalong-lalo na saan? Sa pasugalan, gambling joints, casino, sabungan. Marami na tayong nakasuhan, hindi lang natin. And we have a bunch of them already being punished. Ito, I suspect, may lamayan doon, baka may sugalan pa yun doon. Pabayaan natin dumaan yung investigation.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. Next, Mr. Ann Malonzo, Sunstar.
Secretary, lahat po ba ng LGUs sa Philippines, with regards po dito sa Safer Philippines program, may mga ordinansa na like dun sa mabawal mag-inuman sa kalye, yung bawal mag-videoke, tsaka yung curfew. Usually po meron naman talaga yan. Kasi sir, ang question ko, what would be the basis yung magiging aresto, lalo na dun sa yung mga nakahubad sa kalye? Kasi for some, sa mga communities sila, normal lang
Basis
yan.
of a ordinance talaga. Diba?
So would you encourage the LGUs?
Yes, I will write a memorandum circular to encourage all LGUs to pass the same. Pero kung maintindihan nyo, 90% ng crime natin nasa urban areas talaga. Kaya sabi namin, Safer Cities Initiative, dito tayo nag-uumpisa lahat. Okay? Kahit kayo naman, ay yun nakitang ganyan eh, di ba? Yung naghubad, nag-video kayo, nakahubad sa kalye, nakabonete in public. Yung mga yan, binabawal na yan. Okay? So, makakaasa kayo na sa mga dating ng panahon, people will feel safer.